You're certainly not a resident here, and you're no separatist. You must be that hotshot freighter Captain Vidu described over the holo. He didn't tell me how gorgeous you are. I find your people irresistibly charming. These poor, starving ladies and I are very grateful for the supplies you've brought. If I wasn't so exhausted, I'd throw you a party.
What are all these women doing here?
Their husbands died defending Talaran against the Separatists. Poor things. Now, I look after them. Vidu said you're seeking information on a particular Separatist named Skavak. The only place to find personnel data like that is at Manet Point. I used to acquire quality goods at a discount on Manet Point. I discovered all manner of shortcuts through the island's warehouses. I kept detailed schematics of every maintenance passage and tunnel there. Unfortunately, I had to abandon those schematics when I fled Manet Point.
Lost schematics aren't exactly helpful, pal.
I never said they were lost. I'm sure they're right where I left them. My schematics are still in my former home. However, I short-circuited the building's door and sealed it shut when I left. The only way to reopen the door is by disrupting Manet Point's power relays. Once you gain entry, you'll find my schematics cleverly disguised as an extraordinarily tedious treatise on birdwatching. Don't worry, I'll teach you the code I use to conceal my schematics. You won't die of boredom reading about rare waterfowl. Now pay attention and listen carefully, because you really don't want to hear this twice. And replace every mention of the Mantelian flutter plume with the number 3. Did you get all that?
That's the most sadistic way to hide information I've ever heard.
Then you clearly haven't lived enough. Once you read my schematics, the way into the Separatist computer station will become clear. Unfortunately, that only solves half your problems. The Separatists encrypt all their files. You'll need special equipment to decipher their data. That's Vidu's area of expertise, not mine. I'll take those supplies now if you don't mind. These poor ladies could use some cheering up.
It's disgusting how you take advantage of these women.
What do you suppose the Separatists would do to them without me around? I'm doing them a favor, trust me. Be a sport and kill some Separatists on your way out of here. Goodbye, Captain.
You must be the freighter Captain Vidu's expecting. It's a pleasure to meet you in person. I'm Cyrena.
You seem a little out of place in this boys' club.
Vidu has a taste for life's finer things, and he's decided I'm one of them. I heard about what happened with Skavak. Can't say I'm surprised. I told Vidu not to trust that scoundrel. Vidu's putting on a brave face for me, but I can tell he's terrified. Is it bad? Should I be worried?
You don't really expect me to answer that, do ya?
If something bad is about to happen, I'd like to be as far away from it as possible. A little warning is all I ask. Sorry for keeping you from your appointment. Vidu's waiting in his office. I know he's eager to speak with you.
We've got important business.
I'm sure you do. Thank you for indulging me. Farewell, Captain.
Back already, Captain. Help me and Corso finish this robe of steak. Don't let this fine cut of meat go to waste.
Boss, quit acting like it's your last meal. Rogan the Butcher isn't gonna kill you.
I won't blow this. Trust me.
Until I've recovered those stolen blasters, I'll eat and drink like there's no tomorrow. Nice work in Talaran. We're getting somewhere in this hunt for Skavak. Ricky told me he gave you a way into the Separatist hideout. Said something about a secret entrance?
I always wondered how Ricky could steal so much from Manet Point and not get caught.
Getting into Manet Point will be extra tricky. For one thing, you have to swim there.
When the Separatists invaded, they blew up the only bridge leading onto the island. Turned it into their private resort.
You'll be walking into the Ranker's Den, Captain.
When I get done there, it'll be a boneyard.
That'll be interesting, since you'll be outnumbered 100 to 1. If you download the Separatist computer files onto this datapad and bring it back here, we'll handle the rest.
I'd rather go with you, Captain. My Viroblade's pretty good for chopping Separatists off at the knees. I call it Huey.
Forget about the Separatist, Corso. I want that slicer kit here before the Captain comes back.
I'm on it, boss. Good luck at Man at Point, Captain.
Last thing I need is Corso turning one-man army out there. Kid'll just get himself killed for nothing. Separatists wiped out his family a couple of years ago. Corso took it personal.
I don't blame him for wanting revenge.
Mixing personal grudges and business is like dropping a thermal detonator into a fuel dump.
Vidu, there's someone named Rogan calling on the Holo. He sounds upset.
Oh, that's all I need. Stall him for me, sweetheart. Remember the plan. Disrupt Man at Point's power relays, get inside Reiki's old home, and use those schematics to enter the Separatist base. When you're in, slice into the Separatist computer and download everything onto my datapad. Good luck.
I became Starship Captain so I wouldn't have to do homework.
Come on, Force, and say it just like I taught you.
The Republic lackeys will drown in lakes of fire and blood, Master. Death to all who oppose the people's will, Master.
Oh, hello. You're, different from most of us true believers. Oh, that's not a bad thing.
Master, I detect the presence of several non-functioning humans, specifically the bodies over there, setting alert status red.
By the stars! Republic troops have invaded our base!
Oh no! Force and activate combat protocols. We gotta warn the others.
Master, my sensors detect no evidence of hostile forces.
But that doesn't make sense.
When was the last time you calibrated that droid's sensors?
Not recently enough to take any chances. We need to put the base on alert and rally the men. Here, comrade. If you see any Republic lackeys, use this on them. Let's go, Force, and there's no time to waste.
Leave me alone, Bracco. If Vito knew about this, he'd...
Vito? That blob can't even protect himself. It's only a matter of time before Rogan the Butcher punches your fat meal ticket for good. You better start thinking about the future, girl. When Vito's gone, you'll need new friends.
Captain! Thank goodness. I could use your help here.
Make me an offer, and I'll think about it.
You're one cold-hearted woman, aren't you?
See this blaster up my sleeve, Bracco? Unless you want a scorch mark where your face used to be, get lost.
Hey, take it easy. We don't want any trouble, see? We're gonna...
What are you looking at, you useless worm?
You got some fire in you, lady.
Oh, you have no idea. Keep your distance unless you want to get burned. Goodbye, Captain. Thanks for nothing.
Finally! I thought you'd never get back. Tell me you've got those Separatist files.
Got what you wanted.
See, boss? I told you the captain would come through.
You did good, Captain. Corso found us a terrific little slicer kit, so we're ready to decrypt that data. We'll know where to find Skavik soon, but until then, I've got a special job that only you can do.
Haven't I done enough for you already?
What, you've got some pressing engagement? Our lives are on the line. I need you to keep Rogan the Butcher off our backs. Cyrena stalled him earlier, but it's not enough. We need to distract Rogan by giving him something he really wants. A canister of some special chemicals from a nearby village.
The big boom run? Are you kidding, boss? I can see it making Rogan's day, but it's blasted risky.
Can't be any worse than a Hut's kitchen.
You don't understand. Folks lose their arms and legs on this job. Heads, too.
There's a loopy scientist with a chemical that can supercharge artillery cannons, makes them do more damage.
But it's less stable than a drunk savrip on a speeder bike. Handle it wrong, and suddenly you're little chunks of ex-captain.
Sure, it's tricky, but you've got the skill to get it here. Did I mention this run pays unbelievably well?
Just how unbelievably well are we talking about?
You do this, and you can buy some nice upgrades for your starship, when you finally get it back. Trimbo is the scientist's name. Got a place in Oradam village. I'll let him know you're coming.
See me before you make that run, Captain. We should talk. Captain, the big boom run isn't a stroll on the beach. You'll need an edge to make it back alive. This here is a Sorosub SSK Heavy Blaster. It's cut for a quick draw and got a hair trigger. I call it Flashy. Flashy's the first blaster I ever owned. I want you to have it.
Like I always say, never look a free blaster in the barrel.
I'll breathe a lot easier knowing you're ready for anything.